Yes, dear students, good evening for all of you. Students who are on the online, am I audible? Am I audible? Please confirm it once. Okay. Please switch off your videos, all of you. Switch off your videos, please. Okay. Because if you switch on your video, how you are listening the class, we also coming to know. All the offline students are watching your videos. Please switch off your videos. Because we are seeing the people who are listening online classes, they are sleeping, listening the class, eating, listening the class. Different formats they will show for understanding our sessions. So let us start the continuity of the last session. Ravi. So let us start the discussion for the continuity of the last class. Just one point you keep it. So let us move to the continuity of the last session. So batch is almost streamlined. Only just 10% of the people are supposed to admit again. Google Drive class is already created. Today or tomorrow, I will add the notes. And maybe you already completed your formalities, which we have got a message. 80% of the people has completed their formalities. And we will move forward to the further discussion. Right. Now, last session, we have completed one or two features of Python. Today's class is a very important session. Very important, I can say. Maybe it is bouncing to your, maybe bouncing. If you carefully listen, you can understand. I can say in one word, which is one word I can say, you will understand, but that will not be acceptable in real time. So let me open it, what we are in the discussion. Those who are new students in my class, so nothing to feel that something is already started. Only we are in the discussion of features of Python. Discussion of what? Features of Python only. I am in the discussion of features of Python. The students who are in the online, please don't try to scribble the screen. Don't try to scribble the screen, please. You try to some of the students are trying to scribbling the screen. Please switch off your videos, plus don't try to scribble the videos, because once if I found that who is scribbling, I'll just remove from the meeting. So try to come out of that and try to listen the class carefully. Fine. So let us, students, there is one setting is also there. It is also there. Jadhav Mystery, switch off your video. Mystery, switch off your videos, please. Now let us continue. Last session, I already completed. I already completed first feature called what? Simple. And the next feature also completed, that is freeware and open source. Freeware and open source. And next feature also discussed, that is called interpreted. Still that I will explain after explaining platform independent. Still I will explain after explaining what? Platform independent, because there is a relation between platform independent with what? Interpretation. Dynamically typed with what? Interpretation. And in today's session, I just want to go for In today's session, I just want to go for discussing about what? Platform independent and portable. That is my today's agenda. Last class, I just explained only what? Interpreted. Might be some of the students are new. And this week, people are going on joining it. It is getting finalized. And it is, now I am discussing about platform independent and portable I am discussing. Platform independent and portable I am discussing now. So this is actually, if you want me to explain like an academic person, I can just explain within 2 minutes. Within just 2 minutes, I can say it is finished. But as a real-time programmer, I don't want to say within 2 minutes. I want to explain just for 40 minutes. Would you like to understand that? Yes. What is meant by here platform? Carefully listen, guys. Once again, I'm requesting to all my students in the offline as well as online. Try to listen very carefully. 3 points I will tell you in what way Python is platform independent language. Shall we start? Yes. What is the topic name? Feature name, please spell out once. Platform independent and very nice. Now I'm going to talk about what is meant by platform. What is meant by platform? Nothing but type of OS being used, type of OS being used to run my application, to run the application is called what? Platform. What is OS? What is OS? Not saying anything. Good. Don't know. Don't know. Girls don't know. Boys? Yes, please stand up. Oh, very good. Come here. Come. Sit here. Okay. When you say very good, daily sit with me, okay? Good. Why they are not saying? Because you raised a hand also. That I like it very well, very much. Because I already trained them. They also know that 2 days back when you came to the class, today only you came? Today only. That is a problem. So 2 days back when they came, I asked what is OS. They also said that. What is OS? They said operating system. They said. Later, hey ma, please switch off your video, ma. So later I gave some small. I polished their brain. That's why they are maintaining silence. Last question to you. Stand up. What is my question next? What is www? So you also understood, right? www. Quickly. Sit down. Sit down and now say. CSC background. CSC background. Good. What is CPU? Okay. Because when he came now, all suddenly problem. Because sitting in front of the sir, it's problem, na? Good. No problem. What is CPU? Central Processing Unit, right? Good. So don't learn full forms. It is my advice to all of you. Don't learn full form. That is what is I polish their brain. Okay, anyhow, students, let us come to the subject seriously. What is the platform? Type of OS being used to run the application or called what? Program. Is nothing but what here? Platform. As I told you, my dear students, look at this carefully. What is the official website of Python? www.python.org. Right. See, students, all of you carefully listen. When I'm downloading my Python, downloading the Python downloads, see what is the latest version of Python we downloaded in the last sessions? Python 3.10. And see, guys, it can run on where? Windows. It can run on where? It can run on where? Other OSs also. Hence, Python is what language? Platform independent language. Because they gave the software for what? Running on all platforms. That's why Python is called what language? Platform. Yes. Everybody will accept. You also will feel very happy. Because SAR is showing in the internet. It is running on every OS. That's why it is called what? Platform independent. You also impressed about it. But as a real-time programmer, I will ask a question to my sir. Sir, show me practically. Show me practical in the sense, what is the reason behind of this type of explanation? I want to tell you that because tomorrow if we go to an interview, it is the first question to you in the interview point of view. How do you justify Python is one of the platform independent language? Java is, very carefully listen, Java is also one of the platform independent language. Python is also a platform independent language. There are a lot of platform independent languages are there, but Python is a most powerful platform independent language. So in what way you will convince me, sir? That is what I am going to gear up to the beautiful explanation I would like to give once you understand. Otherwise my explanation will become waste. Shall I start my explanation? Yes, students. See my dear students, example I am going to give you, because I'm just little hesitating to explain this explanation whether you will catch me or not. Because when you say full form now, I will get fear first of all, whether you will catch my explanation or not. Okay. Anyhow, carefully listen. C, C++, etc. languages are treated as platform dependent languages. Platform dependent languages. This is the first point I would like to speak few minutes about that. Few minutes I want to speak. Okay, guys. Second, next is called what? Java programming also. Java programming is treated as what? Platform independent language. Platform which language, ma? Independent language. It is a platform dependence. Why? Why this is platform independent? With a practical explanation I will give you. Tomorrow if you go to any interview, if they ask the question, you just say this, it's mind blowing. Okay, coming to Java programming, it is a platform independent. How and why? And coming to where? Finally, our language. What is this? Python programming is also platform independent. How? In what way it is a more platform independent language compared to other languages? This is what I want to explain in detail. If you just try to respond, I'm so happy for it. Actually, if it is a normal students, I don't want to go for this much of deep, because my Python classes are towards the data science. That's why I used to discuss in every moment of it so deep of the subject. Okay, so let me start, guys. CPP, Java programming, Python is a platform independency. If we want to discuss something as independent and dependent, how can I answer it? Later, after a few minutes, I will write principle followed by ROSM in Python language. Principle followed by ROSM in Python language. Who is a ROSM here? I forget. Beautiful. Father of Python language. Who invented Python, ma? Father of Python is called what? ROSM. Guido van Rossum. How many versions of Python we have? 2. One is called what? Python 2.x, Python 3.x. Which is the current version? 3. Latest version? 3.10. 3. Good. And I shown you the list of versions which are available. Still I will show you in the class, because the first 1 week I'm going on showing the infrastructure required for development of my Python application. Okay, students, let me go to the beautiful explanation I want to start with. Now let us enter slowly into the topic called data types. Of course, you need not to have any knowledge by yourself. Everything I will explain to you. But when I am explaining, carefully listen. There is a word called data types in our programming languages. and you don't feel because of my straightforward discussion with you. Because as a most experienced faculty, I don't want to discourage you. At the same time, I don't want to praise you also. But I want to show your loopholes. 101% I will show you. Because I am not a fresher faculty to say something. I'll show definitely your loopholes. I will solve it 100%. What is the data type? If you take it according to IEEE 754 base paper calculation, this type of data types came into the picture in every programming language. That's the open secret that you might aware of it. Dear students, data types are used for what purpose actually? Actually, this is there in C language, C++, Java, .NET, Python, everywhere else this type of concept is available. You need not to know anything about it. Those who knows anything, I'm just expecting. Of course, even if you don't say, even if anybody says, that is 101% blunder. Sir, why you are asking the question then? Who knows? Maybe out of 1000%, one student may say correct answer. They might belong to my Java classes also. Okay. Anyhow, there is a topic name called what? Data types. Data types are basically used for storing our inputs in the main memory of the computer by allocating sufficient amount of memory space. Example, look at that. I am writing which program? C program I am writing. C program I am writing. C++ program I am writing. Java program I am writing. Java program I am writing. For this C++ program, whatever it might be the program, I am entering some type of input. I am entering some type of input I am giving. What is the input I am entering? Whether it is a .NET program or a data science program or AI program or whatever it is, compulsory must give what? Input. What I am giving the input here? I am giving the input called 10. E name is called what? Rosam. And next is called his salary called 3.4. And his next is called what? So 12, something like 2021 date of birth is entering. This is the data which is giving as an input. Once an input is given, that input definitely must be stored in where? This input must be definitely stored in where? Main memory of the computer. Am I correct? Store the inputs. See students, store the inputs in where? Main memory of computer. Main memory of computer. I'm writing here main memory of computer, which is nothing but a component name called RAM. I'm talking from the basics onwards. No need to know any computer science subject. RAM. Main memory and secondary memory. Secondary memory is nothing but a hard disk. Main memory is nothing but what? RAM. Okay. So once this input is coming 10, I want to allocate some space. Who will allocate the memory space for number 10? Data type. What is the purpose of data type? Allocating the memory space. Inputs get stored. If I don't have the data type, can you store the memory? Can you allocate the memory space? Come on, ma. Please interact with me. Data types are used for what? Allocating memory space. So that who can store? Inputs can store. What is my inputs? Number, name, salary, date of birth, for example, assume. Okay, number is stored in one place, name is stored in one place, and then marks is stored in some place, date of birth is stored in some place, and different type of values are stored. What is the value I am storing in the first box? 10. To store the 10 in the main memory, what is compulsory used? Data types. I said 3 times so far, not catching me. What is the purpose of data types? Allocating the memory space. Because you learned data types, I know. It is, you said what type of data is called data type. That is called blunder. That is what you learned. You don't feel it. Because what you learned, I just want to clean the virus first. I will install the antivirus tools. Later, I will install my Python software. And you don't feel it. It is a show. It's a versionality. This is what is my experiences in 25 years. Please try to understand me carefully. Now, what is the purpose of data types? Please, all of you. What is the purpose of data types? Come on, ma. What is the purpose of data types? Allocating memory space. Allocating for inputs. Purpose of data types is allocating memory space for inputs. C will provide the data types. C++ will provide the data types. Python will provide the data types. And Java also will provide the data types. Every language will provide the data types compulsorily. Okay, right. Name is stored here. Name I am writing here. Name Rosam, and 3.4, and it is going to store 12 and then 12, 20, 21, 20, 21. Some more type of input is stored there. So in order to allocate the memory space for your inputs, data types are compulsory. In C programming, we are having so many number of data types. If you allow me, I will write 18 data types. But your source said what? And you don't feel because of my words. And every time I am saying that. Even if you feel also, nothing will happen. Int, they said. Float, they said. Double, they said. Char, they said. Only 4, you know. But actually, there are 18 plus data types are there. So, whatever is happened about previous things, that is never bother about it. What you are in Python, I should make you as an expert. You write on the top of it. I am going to be an expert after this Python class is over. If you want, take my signature also. Provided 3 things must be taken place already, I said in the class. Punctuality in coming to my class, reading the notes, plus practicing my regular hands-on experience examples. If you do, you are an expert. Right? Already said, today also I said. Now, in C programming, we have data types. In Java, we have the data types. In Python, we are having what? Data types. Here only the total story is available. Sir, please talk about data types for 2 minutes in C language. Yes, that is what is my next screen says. Let's come to, for 2 minutes, I will explain C language data types. Because from this level, if I explain, you will get more and more powerful knowledge. Come on to that. For my satisfaction, dear students, please interact with me. What is the purpose of data types? To allocate the memory space for the input of the program. Yes, good. In C programming, we have the data type. Sir, what is the data type? Int data type stands for what? Your favorite answer, integer. If I explain int data type, mind blowing, you will just jump like anything. That only I want to show daily what is your progress in my class. Okay, let it be. Before explaining why should I boast about my class. Float. What is the float? Int numbers. Float numbers. Right. Fine. Whatever you know, try to interact with me. Right. Next is called what? Double. Next is called what? Char. These are called what? Keywords. Act as what? Data types. Keywords act as what? Remember, all the data types in C language are called what? Keywords. Are called? Acts as what? Data types. Because there is a lot of meaning is there in the keywords point. Keywords are nothing but what? Reserved words, which we cannot change during execution of the program. We can't give some different meaning to those kind of data types. Dear students, as I told you, int data type is used to store integers as you take in a simple manner. Okay. And float data type is used to store real constant value, which is in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. This is an IEEE meaning of floating point values. Single precision values, I will explain in my Python like anything for you. Scientific notation format also I will explain in Python, because in data science, they are very, very important. Okay. Now see students, in DOS based operating system, that is nothing but in any kind of MS based OSs, DOS you take it. Any MS based OSs, take it as what? Unix and a different type of OSs, Linux, Ubuntu, OS by 2, Solaris, Mac, different type of OSs. And when you come to this int data type, on MS OS, this will take the memory space of how much bytes? Data types are used for allocating the memory space. I'll give a long explanation. Don't lose your concentration. Data types will take what? Memory space. How much memory space into data type will allocate? 2 bytes. On which OS? MS OS, Microsoft operating systems. Microsoft operating systems, one of the operating system is a DOS. Am I correct? So many number of OSs are there because your C faculty might be talking about MS-DOS. Okay. On this Unix based operating system, it will take how many bytes? 4 bytes. Just to see the difference, there only you can understand something. On DOS based operating system, int will take how many bytes? 2 bytes. Same data type, when I go to Unix, how many bytes it is taking? Do you feel that int is independent or dependent? Int is independent or dependent? Come on. Int is taking how many bytes? Unix taking how many bytes? Is it changing a constant for all? Then is it dependent or independent? Huh? I'm not getting you. You are telling like you are a college Viva. In college Viva, you will tell like that only. I'm not going to leave you. Once you say wrong, I will ask you to sit with me. That is my nature. Once my student is going wrong, I want to saturate that student. That is my nature. That's why my students are getting jobs 80% of the people. Because I can't leave you. If you say wrong, I will call you here. I will make you to say correct, then you can sit in your chair. Dependent or independent? Huh? Girls? Speak, ma. Dependent. Independent. Boys? Huh? A independent, B dependent. A na, B na? Raise the hands. A independent, B dependent. A raise the hand. Not raising hand also. We are fearing a lot. That means English also we don't know. Dependent they are called. Dependent they are. On Unix, how many? When you come to int, how many? Independent means what? Not depending on anybody. Not depending on. Suppose you learned subject very well. Are you depending on any of your relative to look for a job? So you are independent or dependent? Independent you are. Suppose you don't know subject. You learned this side and that side, enjoyed in course time and then done something and you are asking relative, please provide me a job, provide me a job. That means you are dependent or independent. Are you understanding? Int is taking how many bytes on MS-DOS and it is changing to where? So it is dependent or independent? Dependent. Say all of you confidently. Dependent. Dependent. Right or not? Why dependent? Memory space is changing from one OS to. That's why it is called what? Dependent. Now my question is, if I develop my real-time application, real-time project in C language on which OS? Unix OS. If I install in the client location on DOS operating system, will it run? It cannot run. Why? It was already allocated how much space? Will it allocate in the MS-DOS? Is it reduced? It cannot. That means if I develop any type of application in C programming on one OS, it is supposed to run on other machine also. Same configuration must be there. If I have different configuration, definitely it can't run. Am I correct, students? So C, C++ data types are dependent or independent? Dependent. Did you satisfy with my word? Come to next what? Another data type is what? 4. How many bytes it will take? If I come to Unix, it will take how many bytes? Is it dependent or independent? Yes. Now coming to where now? Double. Double is taking how many bytes here? It is taking how many bytes? Is it dependent or independent? After that, long int, signed int, unsigned int, signed long int, unsigned long int, short int, short signed int. There are so many 18 pairs of data types I can prepare. All the data types are changing the memory space from one OS to except char data type, except char data type. Char data type will take what byte only? 1 byte only. That too, if we come to signed char, unsigned char is also there. If you know little bit about C language. I am not going to say that you should be a master in C language. You need not to know anything. Just I am talking something more deep to make you to understand what is platform independent like an expert. Who said this type of entire comparison? Rosam has published an article in PSF. That's why I just want to bring to your brain also the same first-hand knowledge. Dear students, except the char data type, rest of the data types are taking the memory space from one OS to another OS. They are changing from one OS to another OS. So are they dependent or independent? Huh? That's why C, C++ based projects are platform independent or platform dependent? Platform? Yes, somebody will ask you tomorrow, C is a platform independent or C independent or dependent? Platform dependent, because their data types memory space is varying from one OS to, that's why they are depending on OS. That's why the type of languages are platform dependent. Are you convinced? Shall I go to next Java? See my explanation, dear students. Dear students, see now they are going to be called what? Dependent. Dependent. Because why? I can write the answer. Because all the data types of which language? C comma C++ languages memory space is varying the memory space. Varying the memory space. 1 minute. Varying the memory space from one OS to another OS. Another OS. Good. And hence these languages are what? Dependent. So dear students, anything you answer in the interview, you need to have a practical reason. Don't answer like our academy. This is my advice. Then only you will get first attempt only will get the job. 100% remember, it's my real-time experiences I'm sharing with you. Always look for the practical answer. First you apply that formula to me only. When I say something, you ask me immediately, sir, please show practically. That is what I want to inculcate to you. If you sit in another class, expect the same thing from that faculty also. This is my advice for you people. Okay, now, yeah. Come to Java. Shall I go to Java? Yeah, come to Java. Of course, Java is not necessary for you, but I want to speak about that. I will speak compulsory. Now, see, Java programming, you take it. There also what is available? Here, this is, you need to be so intelligent in this class. Because as a Java trainer, I just want to speak little more elegant than C. All the data types in C language are also called what? Keywords. Are also called? Okay. Now come on. Here, what is the data type we have? What is the data type we have? What is the data type we have? Byte. Please read out. Come on, next what? Next what? Next what? Next what? Next what? Next what? Next is called what? Char, I will write it. Char. Next is called what? Boolean. How many data types are there in Java? 8 data types are there. First 4 are comes under what? Integer category. Next 2 are comes under what? Float category. Next is comes under what? Character category. Next comes under what? Boolean category. Are you okay, students? Yeah. Let us coming to byte data type will take 1 byte on all types of operating systems. Because if I speak again and again about your weaknesses, now you will feel that Sir is talking about our weaknesses. Sir is not praising us. When I will praise you, When you answer my questions, everything, then I will praise you. If you don't answer my questions, I will go on criticizing until you answer my questions. Okay. Now, byte is taking how many bytes? Quickly, 1 byte. Next operating system is called what? For example, Unix also will take how many bytes? 1 byte. Then next coming to which one? Which one? Short. Will take how many bytes? Also on Unix. Next this one int 4 bytes. Also on Unix. Speed. Right. Long will take how many bytes? Here also. Float will take how many? 4 bytes with 7 decimal places. 4 bytes with 7 decimal places. And behind that, there is a lot of stories there. Because we are not the Java subject is discussing. I am discussing Python. In Python, I will tell like anything. Okay. 4 with 7 decimal places. 4 with 7 decimal places. Here how many? Come on. 4 with how many? 7 decimal places. Okay. Dear students, next I will go to where? Double I will go for it. Double is taking what? 8 with 15 decimal places. 15 decimal places. Here 8 with 15 decimal places. Next carry is how many bytes? 2 bytes. In Java, carry will take how many bytes? Yeah. Boolean will not take any memory space at all. Now, dear student, just observe it. All the data types are called what? Keywords. Will take some memory space or not? What is your opinion, Amma? Are they taking same memory space on all OSs or varying? Same memory space on all OSs or varying? Same memory space. Hence, they are dependent on OS or independent from OS? Excellent. 2 bytes means it is 2 bytes on every OS. They never change the memory space from one OS to. So it is known as what? Platform independent. Don't speak off. Speak completely. This is my advice. Another advice for you. Student will speak off and off digest. Off digesting, off energy will come. Because of that off minus off, it is equal to mathematically 0. You know off. Rest of the off is digested. That is not good. What you digested, bring it out. Tell me, is it taking same memory space or different memory space? On all types of OSs. Since it is taking, see guys, since Java data types takes, come on ma, same memory space on all types of OSs, and hence it is platform independent. Okay, I will write platform independent. Sir, if you say, sir, explain once again means I cannot explain the same, a very big explanation once again. That's why please listen carefully. Once again, I am saying all the data types are taking same memory space on all OSs. That's why it is known as what? Platform independent. Easy? Right. You just go back, ma. You just go back to this C++ languages. Memory space is changing from one OS to. Hence, it is known as what? Platform. Okay. Java data types memory space is taking same memory space on all OSs, and hence it is known as what? Platform. Excellent. Now my question is, you need not know any programming knowledge. Here only you see. Bytes data type will look at, bytes data type will take how many bytes? 1 byte. So 1 byte means I can store only some small amount of data, na? That means small amount of data only I can store. How to calculate the size of the data also I will explain to you. Let me come to my Python. There are a lot of things to talk about in the ground level. Okay. More than 1 byte I want to store. Listen my voice carefully. More than 1 byte I want to store it. Which data type you will use? See on the board. More than one data type I want to store. More than 1 byte I want to store. You will go for where? Very good. Short. Answer my question carefully. How many bytes it will take? Definitely more than 1 byte means I will go for what? Okay. 2 bytes means what? 16 bits only. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. It's like a conversion. Okay. 2 bytes means how many bits? 16. 16 bits data only I can store. More than 2 bytes, where I can go? Int. Int will take how many bytes? 4 into 8. 32-bit data I can store. Getting my students? Okay. More than 4 bytes, where you will go? Very good. How many bytes? 8. 8 into 8. 64-bit data only I can store. Now my question is dangerous question. You ask any faculty and come after 1 week. Anybody you take it and come after 1 week. I'm giving 1 week time for you. More than 8 bytes, where do you go? More than 8 bytes, where do you go? As on today, when the plane is taking off, when the plane is landing, lot of sensors data will be generated. Where do you store that unstructured data? To store that scanners data, to store that sensors data, 1 byte, 2 bytes, 3 bytes, 4 bytes, these are all called very negligible data types. Now my question is, where do you store more than 8 bytes? Think, don't tell like your college. I'm a practical person here. If you say double, what is this, ma? 8 and 8 is same, na? You are having what? 15 decimal places. 15 decimal places. 8 and 8 is same and 15. What is the extra is there? Decimal places are there. Now I am asking the final question. I want to store 60 decimal places. How many decimal places? 60 decimal places. And I want to store more than 8 bytes. Where do you go? Kara. My dear student, carry. This is what I don't want innocent answers. 8 bytes I am talking. Carry is taking how many bytes? Where do you go? This is my challenging question. Take 1 week and come with a program. 1 week you take it. Who can answer it? Nobody can. It is a question in the interview point of view in Java. Okay. Now you can ask me, sir, you only please say. I will definitely say. That's why I'm asking the question. I want to show my expertise in programming. That's why I'm asking this question. Otherwise, why I will ask you? Are you understanding first of all my question? More than 1 byte? Short. More than short? Int. More than int? More than long? More than double? Question mark. A big question mark. A biggest question mark. That biggest question mark was there in 1960 when software development was started. Later on, lot of new trends came into the picture. I want to store 70 kilometers data. 70 kilometers data means not 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, 64 bits. I want to store unlimited amount of data. Who can store? First of all, are you understanding my question? Did you understand my logical question here? Yeah, leave it. Now, unfortunately, we are not belongs to Java students. In the Java students, if you are there, I will just write 2 lines of code and I will say that any amount of data you can store it. Yeah. Come on to the next point. What I am saying is, don't worry. I will clarify in my class compulsory this type of answering. Sir, it is taking at a time 1 byte, 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 8 bytes, etc. Only one value is storing. It is storing only tiny amount of data. Tiny means what? Small amount of data. I want to store my own amount of values. Are you understanding? My number, my name. One more example. You see, when I write int a, when I write int a, what is happening? This a, memory space is created. Memory space is created for what? A. And in that a, I will take it 10. Only one value it can store. Only one value it can store. And I want to store like this. What is that? 10. I want to store my name. I want to store my college name. I want to store my college name. OUCET. I just want to write it. Is it possible to write like that? Come on, ma. Is it possible? That means in one variable, which type? Int type. It allows us to store how many values? Only one value only allows us to store. Never allows how many values? Multiple values of a different type are not allowed. Now I am asking once again one more question. I want to store student number, employee name, salary, designation, 4 values. How do you store 4 values? You see, You see this part, you see this part, you see. Number to be stored in where? Byte. Name, where do you store? Char is taking only one letter, ma. Char is taking only one letter. String means what? Collection of characters enclosed within double quotes. I will use, of course, a string and all those things. I am using how many data types? One int data type, one string data type, one float data type, etc. So many data types I need to use it. Is it not called complex? My point is, this is what is critical point to make you to understand. To store these many number of values, which data types are not supporting? These byte, short, int, etc. not supporting directly. Not supporting directly. Sir, then how to support it, sir? How to support it? For that, to store, I am writing next line, to store what values? Multiple values of which type? Different types. We use programmer defined data type. Programmer defined data types. What is the purpose of data types? To allocate the memory space to store my values. Which type of values I am storing? Multiple values of different type. Where I am trying to store? Int, which allows us to store how many values? One value only. Is it allowing to store more number of values? That's why what I am saying, develop your own data type, I am saying. You are going out of order. C language, data type, keywords. Dependent or independent? That is called which languages? Platform dependent. C language. Platform dependent. Don't test my patience. Come on, come up. Platform. Come to where? Java. Int data type, float data type, char data type, they are all taking what memory space? On all. Hence it is known as what? Platform. Super. Full stop. Now, what is the limitation I am talking? Int data type, platform independent, okay. I am accepting. But how many values it allows us to store? But I want to store how many values? Multiple values of different type. Is my data type supporting? No. Hence, I need to develop my own data type or not? That is known as which data types? Programmer defined data types. Spell out. Excellent. Once again, the data types which I written is called predefined data types. Spell out. These data types which I am going to say now is which data types? Who will develop programmer defined data types? You people will develop it. To store what? To customize my requirement, to store multiple values of which type? Different type. Understand? Sir, how to develop that programmer defined data type, sir? By using a beautiful concept is available in Java. That is by using which concept? Classes concept. Don't worry. All these things may be bouncing to you, but at the end of the class, I will give you one ultimate sentence. You will really happy with it. You will satisfy also. But I am talking something. But you try to understand. Which concept I am using? Just spell out. Use it for development of which data type? Programmer defined data type. Spell out. Okay, sir. Come on. Now I want to store how many values? Number, name, college name. Number, name, marks you take it. Number, name, marks and college name you take it. How to develop, sir? How simple it is, sir? See, sir. Class. What is the name of the class? Student. Student is called what name? Class name. Which name? Every class name in Java act as what? Data type. Because in my Python also the word coming called what? Class. That's why I'm just giving a spoon feeding level of answer. This may bounce to you, but you can understand like anything when the climax is coming to the end of the class. That's why please continue this. What is the class name? What is the student is called? Okay, class name. Every class name in Java is called programmer defined data type. Spell out. Into, float, char, bool, etc. are called which data types? Predefined data types. Student is called which data type? Programmer defined. Okay. In that, I'm planning to take int stno, student number. Which data type? 10 is called integer. Next, I'm going to take KVR. I will take here called what, string. What I'm taking? Name. Next, I'm taking, for example, float. I will take. What is this now? Marks. I will take it. Marks. And end of this. Just to say that instead of OUCET, I want to take different type, that is called what? Something like you now take 1.11. Are you able to understand? So inside of my data type, I am combining other kind of data types. So what is my data type here? Student. Come on, ma. Student. I will take it student because it is little bouncing and I want to say student S is equal to what? New student. That means I am creating an object. The word called object is coming in front of it. The new word I am getting it. What is this? A is called in this C language and C++ and Java variable name. What is that? S is also one variable name only. But A variable is containing memory space to hold how many values? But S is containing the memory space for holding how many values? 3 values. How many values? 3 values. Any type of variable allows us to take multiple values at a time. That is known as what? Object. What is that is known as? Object. Just for a few minutes. Please, few minutes you continue. What are the memory space is created? STNO. Next memory space is what, ma? Name. Next memory space is called what? Marks. Okay. Marks. Come on. Now I want to place the value. S is also, this number is in S. Name is there in S. Marks is there in S. I just want to place the value. How do you place the value? S dot STNO is equal to what? 10. S dot name is equal to something like KVR. I just want to write KVR. And the next S dot what? Marks is equal to 1.11. So I'm just writing here. What is the value placed here? 10. And I'm writing here KVR. Next I'm writing 1.11. Is my single object is holding more? Is my single variable holding more than one value or not? And compared to predefined data type, programmer defined data types are storing more. Yes or no? Compared to C data types, memory is varying. But Java data types take same memory space, platform independent, but they are not allowing to store higher value. To store higher values, I am going for what? Classes. Programmer defined data types. Objects are taking how many values here? Now, can I store fourth value? Can I store fourth value here? I am asking. That is my question. S dot DOB. S dot RC name, college name is equal to OUCET. Is it possible? Not possible, because you did not have the type of entry in this place. Object is storing more values, but how many? Limited number. Specified number of elements only can store. Understanding? This object will have the same size on every OS. Same size on every OS. How many values I can enter? More than 3 allowed. On every operating system, this object can hold how many values? Can I allow fourth value? Java is a platform independent, can store any number of values, but how many? Limited number of elements only. Getting? Platform independent only, but how many values? Limited number, 3 only. Will I go for fourth element? No. So Java programmer defined data type allows us to take more number of values. Who will allow us to take more number of values? This yes. This yes is called what? Yes. What is the please? Object is storing how many values? 3 values only. Will it allow us to store fourth value? No. In Python, now I am coming to Python. In Python, everything is called object. No keywords. Keywords are there, but those keywords are not coming for data types. Understand, ma? So carefully understand. C language contain what? Keywords. Data types. Memory is varying from one OS to? Okay. Dependent or independent? Dependent. Java, you come. Java data types are keywords. taking same memory space on all OSs. Platform allows us to store only limited amount of data, limited space on all OSs, but not able to store more number of values. To store more number of values, which data type I developed? Programmer defined data type, whose object allows us to store how many values? More number of values, but with a limited number. What is the limited number here? 3. Can I store 4 values? 5? In Python, it is extended. In Python, data types are not available in the form of what? Keywords. All the data types are available in the form of what? Super. Behind object, who is there? Classes are there. Behind object, who is there? Of course, you don't feel it. You take any Python nodes in the entire, of course, you don't feel that SAR is boosting. It's, yes, I'm saying that reality. That's why I want to boost it also. You take any Python class, they will teach only 4 data types, but I will teach 14 data types, because Python PSF will provide 14 data types in Python, which is most useful. Look at once. I just want to say int, float, bool. Next is called what? Complex. How many data types? Read out, please. Read out. Int. Super. Next is called what? str. Whatever I wrote, you read that only. Don't add your own words. Come on. Next is called what? Next is called what? Byte. Speak out. Next is called what? Range. This is how many data types? Please, next. Read out. Tuple. Next, I will take dict. Read out. Next is called none type. None. Speak out. How many data types? How many data types? Next, one more data type, I will write it on the top of it. Next is what? Set. One more is called what? Frozen set. Speak out. How many data types? How many? Read out beginning onwards, everybody, slowly. Int. What these are all called? Data types. Are they keywords? No. What these are all called? Classes. Spell out. What they are? Classes. With respect to class, I will create my object. Yes or no? That object will store how much data in Java? Any number of values, but limited. Any number of values with C. Best example I give. S is an object. Stores any number of values, because I designed my class with how many values? Can I store 4th value? But in Python, you need not to specify the size. Any amount of data you can store. Shall I show you practically? Can I? Please enjoy this. Let's go to all of you, listen very carefully. Go to one Java code I will write. Later I will go to the Python code. Why I am telling all these things is, once you learn Python, you should learn all the languages. You will get awareness about all these things. And finally you say, sir, Python is dead easy to learn, you will say. If I say only Python about that 4 walls in middle, you will become a frog. You will not get the industry awareness. Let's go to Java. See guys, Java code I am writing, don't bother about what I am writing. Just to see the output, that's it. Okay, now? Yes. Come on here. I am writing class student. Inside of it, I am writing stno, string name, and float what? Marks. Don't bother about it. Student. I will take obj demo. Main program I am writing. No problem. That is a comment. Student. That is a comment. Obj demo. Create what? Student what? S is equal to what? New student. Yeah. There I will say s dot stno is equal to 10. S dot name is equal to rosum. And next s dot marks is equal to 1.11f. F indicates what? Float. Just see students, I will say some statement, least bother about it. S dot stno plus \t is a big programming language, very complex to learn the coding. S dot what? Name plus some \t plus what? S dot what? Marks. Okay. Now see students, I will save my code. I will save my code. Yeah, save it. Go to one folder. Go to your folder. Of course, by mistake, I gave 6 PM here. I will rename it. It is a 4 PM. 4 PM. Just to save it. Inside of that folder, you save your program. What is this now? OBJ demo. Just to observe it, because everything I want to show through coding. I don't want to speak anything without coding. KVR Python 4 PM is our folder name. There we are having dir star.java. There is a code, I wrote it. What is my code name? Right. Please compile this code separately. Java C is a tool for compiling my Java program. Don't worry about that Java here. Obj demo.java. Right, compiled it successfully, done. Next, execute this code Java to run my Java program. To run my Java program. Yes. Now I got answer called what? 10 rosum 11.11. In how many variables I am storing? In single variable or not? Come on, ma. Yes. Now I am writing yes dot c name is equal to, I am trying to add one more thing extra. C name. I am trying to write it. See the error now. See the error. See the error. Please see the error. Error. What is that error? Cannot find the symbol. What is this? C name. What is this? Variable C name. Not found or not? That means it allows us to store how many? 3. Because you designed your class for how many? It allows how many values only? To allow that value also, what should I do again, ma? C name. C name. Then only the C name is allowed or not? Now you print it. Now this is allowed. Now plus \t plus \t plus what is here? C name. Now you see it is compiled. What happens? Yes, yes dot. Yes, ma. Yes dot C name. No problem. Execute. Execute your Java program. I got this OUCT. Yes or no? Yeah. Now you say yes dot DOB. DOB is equal to 12/12/2021. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. What is an error, please? DOB. Is the DOB is there in my organization of class? No. Immediately it is an error. It is an error. See that it is an error. Come to the conclusion now. Java data types independent, platform independent. With which memory space? Limited amount, small space. To store more number of values, which one I have to create? Objects. So keyword related variables are more space, more data organizing. Objects are storing more data. Na? My word today is objects. Who will store more data? Java objects will store what data? More data, but with a limited number, limited number of values. Am I clear? Can I go to Python? Yeah, come to Python. Come to Python once. Already you know how to come to Python. Already you know how to come to Python. Say A. There are so many ways I will show you the Python coding. So Python 3.10, I will show the installation process once again in the class. Tomorrow I will show you that. And say Python 3.10, it is called my Python command prompt. Moreover, students, wait, one more minute I will show you. One more ultimate point I will show you. This point I have to show compulsory. Program files, Java. There I said you, even in the last session also, bin, there is a J shell. J shell. It is like a Python command prompt, like a Java command prompt. Come on, come on. Yes, come on. Int A is equal to what? 10. No problem. Int will take how many bytes in Java? 4 bytes. 4 bytes means it will take only limited amount of data. Yeah. A is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also no problem. A is equal to 999999. Such a big data I am storing. Will it allow? Definitely no. Why? Because it is a keyword. Which one is a keyword? So this is allowed or not allowed? Because it is exceeding its 4 bytes of data. Please read. Integer number is too large because it is a keyword related variable. Keyword related variable. Keyword related variables will take only teeny amount of data, small amount of data. Objects data allows us to store what? Unlimited amount of data. Shall I go to Python? Go to Python. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on, Python environment, please. See, Python 3.10. Yes, A is equal to what? 10. Print. First time in C Java system.out.println a headache statement it is. In Python, it is looking like an English statement. A. Print it. What is the value printed? 10. A is equal to, what is the number you have taken, ma? 99999. This is an, I will take same thing. I am talking about memory management aspect of Python. 9999. Again, more nines I will add it. More nines I am adding. Wonderful. Say, no problem. Sir, beauties. Print of what? Same thing. Sir, what is this? What is this? Is it a keyword variable? Is it a keyword variable or an object? Super. Behind object, who is there? Class is there. See, my dear student, here I written programmatically. What is yes? Object of which class? Who defined the class? We defined the class. In Python, everything is called what? Class. In Python, everything is called what? Sir, show me that also, sir. Yes, sir, I will show you. Print A, comma, type of A. Type is the one function which will decide the data type of the variable. Data type of the, come on, press enter key, you will get a beautiful answer. A is what? Int type. Which type? In Python, int is not a keyword. Int is what? Class. Int is what? See, how beautiful answer. Come on, what is this? What is this? What is int? Data type. What is int? Every data type in Python is what? What is A? Object of which type? What is A? Variable. Of which type of class? Int type of class. What is the class and object? Tomorrow I will explain. Today don't worry. Just to speak about it. What is A? Variable. Of which class type? So it is known as what? Object. Just try to remember this word. What is A? Variable. Of which type? Hence A is what? Object. Say object. In Python, how many data types are available? 14 data types. What is int here? Class. What is the float here? How many classes are there in Python? 14 classes. All these classes are what? Data types. Majority of the people who don't know Python, they are spoiling the career of the students and they are saying that it is the keywords. Waste. That is called a waste. Keyword and then class difference they don't know, and how they will make you to get the employment. Are they keywords or class names? Class names. Sir, keywords means they cannot allows us to change the values. Yes or no? Else is a keyword. Else is equal to, I am writing here, int else is equal to 12. You will get error. What is that error? What is that error? Is a keyword or not? Coming to Python, why I am showing all these things is else is equal to 12. It is an error because else is a keyword. Else is a, now int is equal to 12.34. Of course, whether it will bounce or not, I don't know. Definitely will understand very perfectly in my class. Give me some time for me to make you to understand. What is 12.34 actually? Value. Storing in where? What is int there? Actually, I am treating variable name. Like A is equal to 10 I wrote na. Like A is equal to such a big number I wrote na. Actually, int is what in our Python? Class name. Class names are not keywords. Class names are not. Else is a keyword. While is a keyword. If is a keyword. People don't know what is the keyword and class names. They are saying that int is a keyword. They are saying, what can I say for them? Allowed or not allowed? Happily allowed. Happily print. What is that? Int. What is int now? Variable name. You are so kids now. Playground, playgroup students now. I have to bring to LKG, 10th class, BTech, PhD level we have to reach. When do you come across? I don't know. What is int? What is A? Once again, what is A? What is int? Like that. What is A? Okay, once again, what is A? Of what type? Int is called what? Hence, what is A? Super. What is, directly tell me, what is int? Variable. Of which type of value storing? Decimal values are storing or not? Decimal values are called float. Decimal values are? Actually, you have to catch me, boys. Tell me now, what is the value here? 12.34 is a float value or not? Storing in which variable? What is the type of int variable? What is the float? What is int? Variable of which class? Hence, int is called what? Object. But actually, int is called a class name, na? Can I use the class names as variable names? Yes. Int, float, bool, complex are not keywords. Or what? Come to the conclusion. Come to the conclusion. Come to the conclusion. Okay, one more point I want to say. One more I am taking. See, my dear students. See, my dear students. I am saying, look at that. L is equal to, S is equal to, I am taking, S is equal to 10 comma RS comma 11.11. I am using one data type. Don't worry. How many values I am taking? Come on, ma. Okay. Print of what? S comma type of what? Don't worry, type and all. Tomorrow I will explain. Day by day we will enter into the programming slowly. Come on, what is the S value printed or not? What is this S variable? Of which type? What is the list? Hence S is what? How many values allowed? My Java object also, how many values here? 3 values. Is it allowing suddenly 4th value? Unless and until I don't add the class, it won't allow the 4th value. But in Python, what is happening now? You see, S dot append of, S dot append of, something like what, you know, OUCET. Okay, print S once again. How many values are there? Earlier, how many values? Am I doing any extra programming here? Come on, next I will do what? Next I will do what here, you know? HYD I will write it. HYD I will write it. Next, S dot append you write it. S dot append you write it. True you write it. S dot append you write it. S dot append you write it. 2 plus 3j you write it. Complex number. Print once again this S and all those things. Is it adding any number of values or not? Tell me the difference concept of object. What do you understand from my class today? Object of Java allows us to store any number of values, but limited. Limited. Depends on my class designing. Yes or no? Python also object is there. How many values? Unlimited number of values. Which objects will have more capacities to store? Python objects will have more capacities to store. Showing number 9999999. Such a bigger number I am storing. Such a bigger number I am storing. Even in our Java programming, such a small number only I am storing. Such a small number only I am showing here. See here, you went there. Integer is too large to hold because they are called what? Keywords. Keywords will have limited amount of data. That's why we are jumping to what? Object concept. Who will have more capacity to store the data? Python objects will have more capacity to store the data, and such object never contain restriction about the size. Size restrictions are not there, so that they are running on any OS, anywhere else, anything like that. Are you okay? Any problem? Come to that concept now. C++, go back once again. 3 comparisons. C language comparison, Java comparison, Python comparison. If you understand that, it is more than enough. Ma. First one, C, data types are called keywords, taking different memory spaces on different OSs. That's why they are called platform. Excellent. Java data types also memory spaces, but limited memory space. Limited means it cannot store more number of values. It cannot store. Come on, I will store in Python once again practically. Some S is equal to 10 comma KVR, and I will say 11.11 comma HYD comma next AMPT comma Python. Python, I wrote like this. Python. How many values I am storing? One variable. How many values? 5. Just to see what happens. Somewhere else. Okay, here I did not give comma. Okay, students, comma. Are you understanding? Yes, ma'am. Print of what? See, print of what? Yes, comma. Type of. Yes, it is called a tuple type. Which type? What is a tuple? Yes is what? Variable. Okay, come on. Object. Your life is only object. Life of Python is object class. Life of Python student is, you take any Python student, ask what is object and class, they don't know anything, they cannot fit for anywhere else. When you learn data science and artificial intelligence, OOPS features are very, very important. Classes and objects are important. If you just put your leg in anywhere, it is a class and object only. If you come to the Python class, it is a class and object. If you do any action in the Python class, it is called object only. Without objects and classes, it is not a Python at all. See, day one itself, classes and objects are coming. Are you getting me? So tell me, come on, link with the, once again, I did not get the confidence on you. C language data types are called. Okay. Keywords will take what space? Different memory spaces and different OS. That's why they are called platform. Okay. There is no doubt, I hope. Any doubt? Okay. Next, come on. Java data types also memory spaces. So they are platform. Problem is what? Limited space, and then they cannot store more number of values. That's why we went for what? Objects. Behind that class we designed. How many values we can store? Any number of values, but there is a limited number only we are specifying. Yes or no? So Java objects can store more values, but limited. Yes, there is a restriction is there, but Python objects are what? Unlimited amount of data. Is there any restriction? You add only 4, 5, 6 like that? No, we can add any number of values. Understand, guys? Now, these objects which we are designing are not size restricted objects. They are not size restricted objects. 2 objects, 4, 2, 4, 4, 8. They are not having size restrictions like our C programming. Objects will have same size on all types of operating systems. That's why Python objects are what? Platform independent. I hope you catched my point. From where I take you, data types, Java data types, C language data types, C++ data types, Java data types, Python data types. Python data types are dash, super, class. Behind class, what is there? Object sizes in Python, unlimited. Unlimited objects can run on any OS. Hence, Python is what? That's it. Java platform independent is there. Python platform independent is there. Do you know the difference? Did you analyze? Good. Let's come on to the point back. More about that I can explain in the class like anything. This is more than enough in the class to understand like this. Come on, students here and the students in the online. Are you understanding? Are you understanding what I explained so far? I'm waiting for your response. Yes, very good. Yes, mind blowing. Okay, good. Thank you. But continue the same performance in all the ways. Right. Come on. Because slowly I will work on your mind blowing. Really, I like that word. So definitely you have to continue like that. When I go to the programming, what you will say, I want to wait for this. Yeah, I want that type of words from you people. When I teach programming now, see how you will be. Provided three things, always three things. I will write on the top of my notes also here, top of the board also. Regularity, no, punctuality in attending class, plus reading my notes daily, hands-on working on my assignments, and then programming. You will become number one. I am saying that guarantee. If we don't do any of these three things, I can't do anything. Even father of Python also cannot do anything. Will they do anything else? No. So come on, ma. So I'm going to say, come on, principle followed by Rosam in Python language is that all values, come on, ma, all values are stored in the form of I am waiting. This is a question to the students. Yes, ma. Sai Pratik. Still. Yes, sir. Sai Pratik. Still, you wait for 2 more days. You will not get a single doubt about my explanation. See, they are giving correct answers. All of them. Darshan, Ambikar. They are storing the data in the form of what? Objects. Behind object, who is there? I will tell you in the next class what is an object and what is a class. Tomorrow you will answer like anything. Today you did not get the grip in what is a class and what is an object. Just only terminology you are getting. Are you getting? So in Python, all values are stored in the form of what? Object. Come on, my dear students here. All values are stored in the form of what? Objects. And objects does not contain. Objects does not contain size restrictions. What is that? Size restrictions. Size restrictions, and they can store. Yes, and they can store what data? Unlimited amount of data. Unlimited amount of data, and they are common for all OSs. Common for instead of common, and they are independent to all types of what? OSs. Is this word is understandable? This is what the word which I am very much interested. This is called what actually? Property of what? Platform independent. In where? Python. This is the one I want to give you. Actually, this is one of the thing I want to say. Instead of writing this, I will write this word. The property of platform independent in Python. Come on. All values are stored in the form of, and Python object does not contain size restrictions, and they can store, unlimited amount of, and they are independent to all types of OSs. And hence Python is what language? That's why we have a slogan. WARA stands for write once, run anywhere. Read anywhere, run anywhere. No problem. Full form. Come on, what is WARA? Write once. How this word is coming? Write once, run anywhere means I will develop my application on Windows. Tomorrow I will run in your Mac OS. Tomorrow I will run on in some other Solaris OS. I will run on OS by 2. I will run on Ubuntu. No problem. Are you understanding? That's why it is called write once in my machine, run on any machine without doing any single configuration work. C++ is not like that. It is having what? Restriction is there and OS dependency is there, but Python does not contain that. I hope you are understanding this explanation. Is it clear, guys? Tell me, last and final before leaving. All of you should say C++ data types R dash takes, fill up, takes only different memory spaces and different OSs. Can't you catch my fill in the blanks? After lesson is over, MCQs you have to understand, na? When you go to companies, they will give a question and they will go A, B, C, D. That is a luck-based exam. It is actually, if you learn 50% subject, you will qualify. But person like me, I don't like this MCQs. I will give dash. Only quality of the students can be selected. All the data types of C language are what? All the keywords takes different memory spaces and different OSs. That's why they are called platform. Super. Java data types are what? Takes on all OSs. That's why they are called. But they store only limited data. To store more than that, I'll go for what? Objects. Objects contains classes internally, and objects will contain limited number of values. To store more number of values, unlimited number of values, I'll go for what? Python object storing. Python object stores what data? Unlimited amount of data. Behind of object, who is there? Python contains how many data types? All 14 are keywords or classes. Super. In Python, everything is available in the form of what? Behind object, who is there? That's it. When I put the leg in the class, it is a class. When you dance, it is a class. When you sit, it is a class. When you do some work, it is an object. What is an object and class? I'll give a perfect clarification in tomorrow class. What is an object? What is a class? Behind class, who is there? Behind the object, who is there? What is the need of creating an object? I will explain. Then that is called dynamically typed programming language. I will explain. Today, is it clear? Platform independent? Portable, don't worry. Tomorrow also I will address for 2 minutes. You will easily understand. Okay, na? Did you satisfy today? Yes. Tomorrow class, we'll go for. Don't come late, ma. Come so early to the class and we'll meet tomorrow sharp at 4 because batch is already streamlined. Batch is streamlined. Already reaches to 480. Just 20 students. My target is 500 in every batch of mine. I just waiting for 20 students. They will come to the class. It is finalized. Okay. Right. Shall we start the doubt? Yes, ma. Welcome. Most welcome. Stand up. When you are asking the doubt, you need to stand up. Yes. Excellent. That is a different. And if you go for implementation part, so much of implementation is easy implementation in Python. There is a complex coding we need to write it. Not in terms of method. We are going to show you internal data types. When I am discussing, you will come across that word called a method. Because method, if I say they don't understand, function is there, method is there. What is the difference also will come across. In Java, you will call it as method. In Python, we call it a function. We call it as a method also. Because Python is inspired from how many languages? 4. Functional programming, object-oriented, modular programming, scripting programming language. Like 4 data types are there. 4 inspirations are there. Okay, na? So, yes, at this point of time, this one. But in the further, I will tell you innumerous number of examples. Okay, na? So tomorrow class, we will meet sharp at 4 o'clock. 10 minutes before that only, I will start my class. Okay. Thank you. Good day. All the best.